Megatron, maniacal leader of the evil Decepticons, bent on conquering the universe. Oh, wait a minute. That's not the Megatron we're talking about. Let's rewind. Megatron, heroic leader of the noble Decepticons, protector of all sentient life. Welcome to Shattered Glass. Yes, and that's what we're talking about today. We're talking about the Shattered Glass Megatron, who is a good version of the evil leader that we've come to know. He's got a lot of the qualities that Optimus Prime, the good one, has. So we're going to go through this new version of the toy. We're going to talk about the origins of Shattered Glass and the original toy, and we're going to have some fun. Be right back. So we have a new Megatron toy. He's actually the Siege version of Megatron. However, they've added some things to make him more in line with the original Shattered Glass Megatron. So he's got these wonderful wings. He's got this nose of a spaceship. He becomes an actual spaceship, which we're going to go over in a little bit. But to talk about Shattered Glass Megatron, the new version, let's go back in time to 2008. Okay, and we're going to talk about the original Shattered Glass. Now, at Botcon 2008, they came out with the Shattered Glass Botcon set. The main box set had Starscream, had Optimus Prime. One of the side sets included Megatron, who is actually based on this guy. With a remolded head, new coloration. His head actually was very similar to the comic version of his head, but it was a brand new Megatron, and the only place you'd ever hear Megatron say, "You're a genius, Starscream." So this is the smaller version of the Energon Megatron, who initially was only released in Japan, and then they brought him over to the US as part of a 2-pack, so you get him a number of places. He also has a tank that goes onto his arm and acts as an additional weapon, and goes on his back in spacecraft mode, but I have it put away somewhere. Not a big deal. He's got these two hunkin' cannons on his shoulders anyway, though he could use that tank to pull out a big sword. The original toy, as you can see, was a spacecraft. So they took the Siege Megatron, and I have to say, it's a bit of an imaginative twist to make a Transformer that changes into a tank into a spacecraft. But they managed it with the addition of these detachable wings. And they added this actual nose cone so that he could actually be a spacecraft. So just like the other Siege Megatron, he's very poseable. He can move his arms in various ways. He has his arm cannon. He has the big ass sword. Now he's got the addition of this blunt weapon shield on his other arm that he can use. Just like the other Siege Megatrons, he can do a full Jean-Claude Van Damme, move his legs in all kinds of poses. It's a great toy. And so I'm not going to go into a lot of detail about the robot mode, because if you have Siege Megatron, you know the robot mode. He's very cool. But we're going to take off these pieces and we're going to see, can he turn into a tank? Well, yes. Basically, this Shattered Glass version of Megatron is a triple changer, mostly. So there he is in tank mode. The difference between him and the other Megatrons that have this particular mode is he's got some extra pieces. Now, there's not really a place that you can put this on him when he's a tank. However, these things you can actually put on the side, so he becomes a little bit more futuristic looking of a tank. And he's got these big laser guns. A little more firepower, sure, why not? So yes, he does become a tank. If you were wondering about that, yes, he's the same mold. He does have that capability. However, that is not the mode that they actually tell you to transform him into. He transforms into a spaceship, which is kind of cool, and again harkens back to the whole Shattered Glass original. Though in the Shattered Glass storyline, he was reformatted into a helicopter named Galvatron, so I guess they reversed that. So the main difference between the tank and the spaceship is you turn the turret around, you take out this big ass gun, and you extend his feet, put them together, and then you have the additional parts. You take this wonderful canopy and stick it on his legs, and then you take the two wings and you plug them into the sides of the ship, actually the treads in the back. So now you have a spaceship, he can fly around. It's kind of a cool third mode. Problem is you still have this sword. You can put it to the side, or you can make him a rather powerful spacecraft and just add that big ass cannon right there. I mean, just hope it doesn't backfire because your canopy's right there. Not that he has to worry about pilots. So overall, it's a pretty cool toy, a pretty cool concept. It's not the best in spacecraft mode. It's, you know, you can bend it and it can look kind of weird. It does accomplish what it's trying to do. Again, it's not the worst thing I've seen when they've tried to jury rig a additional mode for a character. And it's a great homage to the original. So would I recommend it? Absolutely. They're still available, $38.99 on Hasbro Pulse. If Hasbro Pulse runs out of them and you need to check on eBay, there's a link down there for that when that inevitably happens. But because of these additional parts, you can play around with them, maybe, you know, change the ship even more. That's up to you, but it does give him way too many weapons when he's in robot mode. But I'd love to hear what your thoughts are on this guy. Yes, it's kind of a shoehorned version, but I have to say the packaging was really cool. I couldn't wait to get him out of it though. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on Shattered Glass Megatron, and if you've gotten any of the others in the line. They have Blur Out, they have the Shattered Glass Optimus and Ratchet set, they have Goldbug. So there's a number already out. Starscream's on his way. I think Starscream's gonna be a really cool recolor of that particular mold, pretty much in Jetfire colors. Let me know your thoughts in the comments, and while you're waiting to get this bad boy, or deciding not to, which is totally up to you, there's some other videos over here you can check out. You can subscribe down there. You know what to do. Hit the like button, share it with some friends, all kinds of stuff you can do. We'll see you next time, and as always, have fun and good hunting.